and welcome to another lesson of Qigong and exercises just for relaxation and to give you something to do during this time of lockdown. Today we're going to be looking at a sequence of exercises called the I Ching Jing. And I Ching Jing means muscle and tendon strengthening exercises. So there's a bit of bending over, there's a bit of sort of bending of the knees, a bit of stretching. As always, you just do everything within your own movement range. So no extra bending or stretching that makes you feel uncomfortable or gives you pain in any area. The I Ching Jing exercises date back to the Han Dynasty in China, which is round about sort of the change between it. So it's about 260 BC to just into sort of the AD numbers. And these exercises were discovered in a cave in near the city of Changsha in the Hunan area of China, around about 1970, 72, thereabouts. Okay. They are believed, or they are credited to being developed by a Buddhist warrior monk by the name of Bodhidharma, who travelled from India to China and was the instigator of setting up the Shaolin warrior temple in China. He was referred to by the Chinese as Damo, probably because Bodhidharma was a bit of a mouthful for a Chinese speaking person, not used to long names like that. He set up these exercises to loosen up after long periods of sitting meditation. The Shaolin regime requires a lot of sitting meditation as well as the active martial arts side of it. So if you sit for any length of time, I'm sure you realise you get a bit stiff. So these exercises were produced to loosen up and to just to get the body moving. Okay. They also rely on the 5-element theory of Tai Chi. So during these exercises we want to have natural breathing, a calm mind and smooth movements to allow unimpeded flow of energy. So we're nothing sharp or staccato, just nice smooth movements. We want to extend the bones and the tendons and stretch. We want soft, even movements with coordination and focusing on turning the spine and flexing. Okay. Softness following hardness, just like yin follows yang. We will have different hands and feet positions, which I'll go into as we come to them. But basically we have Qigong fists, we have lotus leaf palm, we have willow leaf palm, dragon claws and tiger claws. Stances, we have bow stance, horse stance and T stance. Okay. Before we start, we get into a ready position, so with your feet together in a Wuji posture and hands over the dantian. Take a few moments just to calm and settle. Body relaxed, gazing softly ahead. Breathing deep. Strengthening the body and putting the internal organs at rest. Whilst we're settling down, just a word to say that some people have made inquiries about whether or not you can do Tai Chi when you're pregnant. There is no particular reason why you shouldn't be able to do Tai Chi when you're pregnant, but as always, if you're in any doubt at all, please do ask your GP or your obstetrician, just to make sure that it's okay. Now there are 12 exercises in all, but the first 3 we're going to take as a unit. They're called Temple, Guardian, Presents the Pestle, and it's move 1, 2 and 3. So bringing the hands down to the side. As we move the hands and arms, focus on the Ming Men point in the centre of your palm and keep your breathing natural. So again, as always, I am you in the mirror. So we're going to step out to the left and bring the hands forwards and up to about shoulder height. Bring the palms together. Now feel a connection down from the fingertips down to the heel of the hand, but leaving a slight gap in the middle so that the palms aren't actually squeezed together. And draw your hands back towards your chest with a little squeeze. This is the first exercise. Improves the nervous system and the blood circulation and reduces fatigue. Now the second part of the exercise, separate the hands. Start from the heel of the hand and work up to the fingertips until just the middle fingers are touching. Bring your hands out to the sides, to shoulder height, and then pointing your fingers to the ceiling, push your palms towards the sides. Again, thinking of the heel of the hand and focusing on the Ming Men. This tones the shoulders and arm muscles, regulates the chi flowing through the heart and lungs. Flattening your palms, we go on to the third movement. Bring your hands back round and turn your palms away. Bring your hands back over your shoulders so that your first finger and thumb are on either side of your ear, and then push up above your head, lifting your heels off the ground. Don't look up at your hands, just push up looking straight ahead. Closing your fists, put your feet flat on the ground and bring your arms out to a Y shape. This regulates the Sanjo, the triple warmer, and improves shoulder strength and mobility. And we'll bring the hands down, we'll go through those 3 movements again. So bring the hands up, palms together, little gap at the centre of your palm, and bring back. Separating from the bottom up to the fingertips, hands out to the sides, push the palms out, palms flat, bring them back round, turn your palms away and draw them back over your shoulders. Lifting your heels, push up towards the ceiling. Close your fists, feet flat and arms out to a Y. And once more. Up, palms together. Little squeeze. Separate, out to the sides, pushing out, arms flat, push up, heels off the ground. From here we're going to move on into the next exercise, which is plucking the stars from the sky. So you're going to take your left hand and bring it to the small of your back, and your right hand is across to your left hip. Then we're going to turn the waist, the shoulders and the arms, and bend. and look to the corner. Straightening up, take your right hand up above your head and look up into your palm. Change your hands over. Right hand to the small of your back, left hand to your hip. And we bend and sink. Look up. We'll do this from the back. Down. And up. Down and up, and once more. Okay, this loosens the waist, stimulates the kidneys. Also loosens the neck, shoulders and waist. Okay. Moving on into the next exercise, 9 cows, pulling 9 cows by their tail. So we bring the hand down and stepping forward, we stretch out. Okay. Close your fists and sitting back, draw your fist to your shoulder. Other fist to the small of the back. Stretching forward. Pulling back. Stretching forward. Pulling back. We will change feet. Close the fists. Same arm as foot forward and pulling into the same shoulder. Okay. This helps with blood flow and for muscle strength. And then moving on to the next exercise, spreading your wings and showing your talons. So this exercise is for the upper body, and we have different hand positions. So we have a willow leaf palm where the fingers are together, so long and thin like a willow tree leaf. And then we have lotus leaf palm, which is the palms stretched as wide as you can. We're going to be pushing forward with the palms stretched, and as you push forward, I want you to open your eyes as wide as you can. Think of a New Zealand rugby team haka, where they're all got the eyes going and all the stomping and what have you. So we're going to be opening the eyes wide as you push forward. So bringing the hands up like we did at the beginning, and then in to about the centre of the collarbone. Here. The point is called the Yun Men point, just below the collarbone. We stretch out to the side to stretch the chest, and then pushing forward, open the fingers and stare with the eyes. And then relax. And again, so fingers closed, open. Push forward and stretch the fingers. And again. So this opens the chest, improves the breathing, and strengthens the chest muscles. And relax. Now moving on to the next exercise. This is called 9 Ghosts Drawing Sabres. So 9 is a very auspicious number. Multiples of 3 in anything to do with China is an auspicious number. 3 usually refers to mind, body and spirit, or heaven, earth and man who holds the two together. I suppose it has a connection to the Trinity and Christian thinking. So the ghosts, if we think ghosts like ninja warriors, the Chinese equivalent to ninja warriors, and drawing sabers, the swordsmen in the Chinese army would have worn their swords across their back, sort of in a cross like that, but like Ninja Turtles, and they would draw them like that. So we're drawing sabers, so we're going to be having the hands around the back. Now, we're going to be putting the hand up the back along the spine, so you just put it up as far as you find comfortable to go. Okay? If it only goes to there, that's fine. If it only goes to your waist, that is also fine, but round the back. I'll do this front and back so that you can see what's going on round the back. So again, feet hip distance apart. And from the last exercise where we'd stretched, we bring the hands and hold a ball. Open the hands out to the sides. Now we're going to take one hand in round the back, and the other hand's going to come up over the top of the head and down the back and grab hold of the side of your ear. So the heel of the hand is in the occipital point here at the base of the skull, and you press very lightly with the heel of your hand. So it's called the U-Zen point. So fingers on the ear, heel of the hand in, and other hand up the spine. From here, we look up towards your elbow. Now you'll probably not see it, but you look up towards it anyway. Back into the centre, and then bending your knees like we did in the first of this, Plucking the Stars, down and round, but this time turn and look round to the back. Straighten up, and then we're going to change hands. So one hand grabbing your ear, the other hand up your spine. Look up towards your elbow, back into the centre, and then down and turn and look round behind as far as you can. Now turn around and we'll do it again. So look up at the elbow, back to the centre, and down, and look round behind. If you think of an equilateral triangle, with your heels being the baseline, you're trying to look at the top point of the triangle. Looking up towards your elbow, down and round. And once more. Up. This massages the spleen and the stomach, strengthens the kidneys, and also loosens the neck, shoulders, waist and back. Okay. Next exercise is called lowering the 3 body parts, or 3 plates falling on the floor. So again, we're going to be doing this progressive squats, getting lower and lower, but again, just whatever you find comfortable to do. So from the previous exercise, we bring the hands out to the sides, and we're going to take a wider stance. Okay. From here, Bending your knees and keeping your back straight and your bottom tucked in. Bend your knees. Lower the body. Turn your palms over and lift up. Now think of a weight on your hands. So you're having to lift it up, and as you turn over, the weight pulls you down. Down. Again, just go as low as you find comfortable to go. Back, give your head a little bit of a shake. It can be quite strenuous on the thigh muscles and on the knees. And always remember, when you're bending your knees go the same direction as your toes. So if your toes are pointing straight forward, your knees go straight forward. If your toes are pointing to the sides, your knees go out to the sides. Don't try and do that, you'll hurt them. Next exercise then is called Black Dragon Shows Its Claws. And again, we've got a different hand position. We've got two different hand positions. We've got, first of all, fists, which are Qigong fists. Now, they're not, we've talked about this before. We don't want the thumb on the outside of the fist, we want the thumb on the inside of the fist. So the thumb to the base of the ring finger, and then the hands folded over into a loose fist. The second hand position for this is the dragon claw. So we're going to open that out to a claw. So the thumb and the first two fingers reasonably straight and pulled back, and then two fingers with a slight bend and slightly forwards. Okay. So from the previous position then, we finished the bend. You bring your feet back to hip width and hands down to the side, making two Qigong fists, and we bring the hands up just above the waist. Now we take the left hand, look out towards the left, open into the dragon claw and slide across, and watch as it goes out to the other side. Flatten your palm and leaning over, run your hand down the side of your right leg, across your toes, and then closing your fist again with the thumb on the inside. We stand back up. On the other side, out. Dragon claw across the line of the shoulders. Press down the side of your leg, round the front, and closing your fingers, standing back up. This helps liver function, stretches and relaxes the chest, and improves mobility on the lower limbs. The fist with the thumb on the inside. It's also a very calming exercise. So we'll do one more set. Again, if you can't reach down to your feet, just go down as far as you find comfortable to stretch. And then bring the hands back up to either side. And move on to the next exercise, which is called tiger leaping on its prey. So again, we're going to have a different hand position. This time we're going to have a tiger claw. So if you think of opening your palms like the lotus leaf palm, but then bending the top joints to leave the log gong point open. Okay, so it's not a closed fist, it's an open hand with a claw. So from here we're going to have, now this is where we're going to have a T stance and step, so we're going to bring the toe in at right angles to the other foot. Okay, so from here, in, lift the hands up, make your tiger claws and step forward. Now think of a tiger leaping forwards and then draw back, arching the back, forwards again. Now this time we're going to press down either side of the knee and look up and arch the back. And up, hands back to the waist, other side, T-stance, step forward, forward, and back, forward, down, and stretch. Forward, back. Looking up. Stretching up the front of your body. So we're stretching up the Renmai channel. That's the principal yin channel. And one more each side. Clears the Renmai channel, stretches the back, and it regulates the chi in the hands and feet. You might find after that that your hands are a bit tingly. That's energy chi flowing in your hands. So the penultimate exercise is bending down in salutation. Now this has two parts to it. The first part is called beating the heavenly drum. And in this case we're going to be putting the hands around the back of the head, and with the first two fingers you're going to flick the back of your head just in at the base of your skull. Okay, I'm going to explain this to you before we actually do it, because you're going to have to put your hands over your ears, so you might not be able to hear particularly well. We put the hands over the ears and then flick the back of your skull, and you'll find that you have the sound that you hear is basically like a hollow sound. Might be more hollow in some cases than in others, I don't know. But we get that hollow sound as you flick your fingers. Okay, we're going to keep the hands tucked over the ears for the rest of the exercise. So again, I'll explain what we're going to do first. This flicking or the beating of the heavenly drum refreshes the brain. It makes the hearing more acute, and it reduces brain fatigue. Okay, so we're going to be covering the ears and then bending again progressively. So we're going to go a little bit more, a little bit more. Again, you judge how far down you want to go. This clears and stretches the other prime meridian, the Dumai, the one that goes down your spine. That's the Yang meridian, and it's good for overall health, and improves the mobility of your lower body. So again, we've finished with the dragon claws. No, we've finished with the tiger. Come back to the center. Bring your hands up and covering your ears. we take the fingers and flick the back of your head 6 or 8 times. Now holding the hands to the back of the head and over your ears, so everything sounds a little bit hollow. We're first of all going to bend forward from the head, neck and shoulders. So chin, think of bringing your chin down onto your chest. Forwards and rolling up. Now the next time, hands still over your ears, remember, we're going to fold down a little bit further. So rolling down. If you think of your head round about your waist. And rolling back up. Relaxing down through the spine, letting it stretch out. Don't try to do it too quickly. And then the third time down as far as you can manage. So head, neck, shoulders, spine, on forwards. And then bending your knees a little bit, roll back up. If you feel at all dizzy, come up slowly. And once we get up to the top, we're going to remove the hands from the ears, but we're going to do it sharply so that you get a pop in your head. And pop your ears. You'll be finding now that your hearing is a lot more acute than it was to start with. And going on into the next exercise, the last one, swinging the tail, bring the hands round and link the fingers. Turn your palms away. Now this one loosens the whole body for total relaxation. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to look at your bottom as you bend over, which is, you're not going to be able to see it, but you're going to imagine you can see it. So from here we're going to bend over from the hips. So bending forwards from the hips. Now look ahead, look straight ahead. Now as always we're going to the left first, so I want you to look round your left arm and bring your hips round to the left. Trying to look at your bottom round your arm. Come back into the centre. Look up, look forwards. Relax down towards the floor. Turn your head and look over round your right arm and bring your hips round to the right. And back into the centre. Look forwards and relax. Now I'm going to turn around, show you my good side, and we'll do it again. So looking round the left arm, bring your hips round to the left. Back into the centre, look forwards, down to the floor. Look round your right arm and your hips round to the right. Back into the centre, look forwards and down. And again. Left, look forward, stretch the neck, and round to the right, and to the centre. Turn your palms over, and bending your knees a little bit, separate your hands, and standing up. Gather the energy back down into your centre. Okay. So that's the 12 I Ching Jing exercises. They should be done in a flowing manner, so one after the other with no breaks. So what I would like to do now, challenge you to follow me through the 12 exercises one after the other. We'll not do 3 of each exercise, we'll just do 1 of each exercise. and I will call out the names of the exercises so you know that we're going to change. So just try and follow along. Okay, so again, with the hands over the centre. Settling. Stepping to the left, hands to the sides. So, Temple Guardian presents the pestle. In. Push. Up. Hands down. Plucking the stars from the sky. Pulling 9 cows by the tail. Spreading wings and showing talons. Nine ghosts drawing sabers. Lowering 3 body parts or 3 plates falling on the floor. Dragon shows its claws. Tiger leaping on its prey. Bending down in salutation. First of all, beating the heavenly drum. Ears covered. swinging the tail. And finally, closing by gathering the chi. Letting it wash down through the body, back to the dantian. Calming the mind, settling your breathing, relaxing your body. Thank you all for watching. See you again.